Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much once again for staying tuned to Champions Digest. I have a very important personality with us today, a friend of so many years, the Reverend Edward Nana. Good to have you around, sir.
Good to be here too. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. How are you doing, sir? Hope you are good.
I'm good. I'm fine. Thank
Mm,
you.
that's really nice. Thank you very much. We are so happy and privileged to have you on board today. I know you are a man with passion to see the world transformed, to see hearts renewed. Uh, and I know that you are a man whom God has called at a very early stage of your life. And I'm sure that with your wealth of experience and how God has transformed you to who you are today, you will be able to sell to us one, two, three, four, five, six tips that can enhance or help us to achieve good success. Right, without wasting our time, sir, briefly tell us one or two things about you that probably I don't even know.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Edward Nana. In Nigeria.
Okay.
Uh, I proclaim myself a Nigerian because my father is from the southeastern part of Nigeria, my mother from the south part, and I was privileged to be born in the southwest.
Interesting.
Because I'm a full southern Nigerian person.
That's nice.
So the South's Western culture had influenced me so much that most people don't even know what part of Nigeria I'm from,
Oh,
except to get to know my name.
yeah.
That's really influenced me so much.
Right.
I I grew up in a home where in a multicultural setting,
Mm,
and being a product of a broken home,
mm,
being a product of a broken home, it's really had a way of impacting me while I was very young.
mm,
As I was not privileged to have the father figure around at a very tender age. So I learned how to live a life without a father,
mm,
apart from growing up with my grandparents. Then so that entirely influenced me in a very large way, seriously.
mm,
Also influenced my
mm.
choice of work and profession before God found me.
So maybe you had a plan of becoming a lawyer before, I guess.
Before God found me, and then He
Mm,
directed my paths to
mm.
what I'm doing today.
Wow, wow, that's fine. That is a really good one. It's so nice to hear that God has turned what is supposed to be a mess now to a message. And
Message, yeah.
the world is really celebrating that. That is beautiful. I like this introduction you have just given, which is really very nice. Now, in the world today, like you shared, so many people out there, because of one or two challenges like that, they are not living up to expectations. Uh, Many people are not themselves. Many people are living a fake life. They are not authentic about life and what life can give to them. And that's why today we will talking about self-authenticity. And I know that you would help us dwell a lot on that uh, to help someone out there to rediscover his or herself and live a purposeful life. So let's begin, sir. Uh,
Okay.
what is self-authenticity?
To me, self-authenticity is uh, one who is being truthful to himself,
That's fine.
presenting himself as who he is, not faking it or trying to paint who he or she is not. We live in a society today where a lot of people cover up with makeup.
Interesting.
That covers with makeup, and
Mm,
just the same way we have females putting on the foundations and putting in the layers on their faces.
yeah.
Same way people are. are making up for their lives, probably because they are from a context that is not so pleasant to the ear when you share. Uh,
Mm.
like one of the aspects I shared today, I know it will be shocking to AY to know that
Yeah, sincerely.
I'm actually from a broken
Wow.
family. That's one aspect of my life that many people don't know.
Yes. Mm,
And I would say as a child and as a teenager,
mm,
it's something I made up for.
mm,
I shield that away from many people.
mm.
Uh, but later in life, growing up and then coming into ministry at large, I got to know that no, it was a process
That's fine.
that probably God actually allowed me to go through so that it will become a message today for younger generations.
That's fine.
To me, self authenticity is being truthful to yourself, present yourself the way you are, and then make it make being true to everybody at large. Let me put it that way first.
All right. That's fine. Thank you very much. So you've touched down a little on this.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to ask a follow-up question, and that would be that why do people fake life? Fake living.
Yeah, people fake life firstly because of trying to mingle,
Mm,
with people, trying to keep friends,
mm,
trying to trying to actually paint a status that okay, this is who I am, even when you are not like that, just
mm,
because of the kind of uh, social influence you want to build
mm,
around yourself. So it's actually one of the major factors why people fake
mm,
their life in society.
mm. All right. They want to impress others. They want to
Press, yes,
show
impression. That's what I was looking for.
who they are
Impression.
not. That's really nice. That's fine. But now you mentioned that it is very important for one to be truthful to
Yeah,
oneself. And for me, I think that's the process of discovering your self authenticity.
identity. Yeah,
Would you like to share more light on that, sir?
yeah. In For everyone, for every individual, there's always the part of self-discovery. It's one thing to be born into a context and being grown, raised in a particular cultural context. It's another thing for you to discover yourself. And I will say that to me, self-discovery is actually a journey. It's a process that everyone must go through. It's a process whereby people uh, would want to be involved. Everybody wants to be involved in the success story. And so in trying to help you achieve that success, there will be different influences year and year. The first influence is your home,
Mm,
immediate parents or
mm,
guardians. Second influence are then your siblings, uncles, aunties, and then the society at large. So for me, self-discovery is something every one of us passes through.
mm.
It's now the individual that determines who he or she is.
That's fine.
Uh, as a science student in secondary school, an average science student wants to become a medical doctor. And that was also one dream I think I had as a science student. But later in life, it was in self-discovery I got to know that, okay, no, I can't stand the sight of blood. I
Mm,
can't stand the cry of patients
mm,
and the rest. So it takes me to discover that aspect of myself. Yes, I can actually pick the aspect of reading through medical school. I
that's
can
fine.
pick that process of wasting 7, 8 years of my life if eventually I had the admission. So
Yes.
I think I've seen most people like that. They fake the process because they are not being truthful
Mm,
to who they are,
that's fine.
what their passion, where their passion lies, and then just went through a process, and then at the end of the day, finding out that they are not where they were supposed
To
to
be.
be.
Mm. So at what point do you know you are lying or you are deceiving yourself?
Uh, at the point, okay, let me say, The
Yes.
point where you discover that you are deceiving yourself is the
Yes. Or is it possible that a man would not have that feeling that is like I'm not being truthful to myself?
no, there is always the feeling.
That's fine.
Uh, there's always a feeling that yeah, you're not being truthful to yourself. I think there's an African adage that says uh, the two people always know that there is a lie. It's like the person who is lying will know he's lying,
That's
and
fine.
most likely the person is lying to actually know that this person
It's
is
lying.
lying. So at the point where you begin to make up for the previous lie, you
Mm,
definitely know that no, I am not being real.
mm.
I'm not being real. So trying to fake it as no, I did this, I did that, uh, then you know that no, you are trying to make up for something that is not. And the long run, people will get to know that no, this person is not being truthful to himself.
All right. Yeah, in looking at the society where we live at the moment, there are so many influences. There are so many people out there who are being influenced by different things. Now, how significant is this to discovering yourself, self-discovery, or living an authentic life?
Can you come again? I didn't get that
There are
one.
so many external pleasures, external influence.
Yeah.
So how significant is this in discovering yourself or knowing your authentic self, if that is the best way I can frame it?
Okay. Yeah, I would say the society today is getting more complex as there are so many opportunities out there opened up at large. And to me, some people see as opportunities for one to discover his or herself truly, but at the same time also it also serve as a means of misleading others depending on the choices the person is choosing. Let me pick media for an instance. Media is a very strong tool today that is really influencing uh, young minds at large as is trying to paint what is not to to people. While it's an option that many can use
Mm,
to find the right step, like we are doing now, we're actually making use of media
that's
to
fine.
reach out to reach out to the world at large.
Mm,
At the same time, also, people are also pushing out contents that we know are not real, faking it, trying to come to the media and say, okay, this is who I am, buying from some movie, trying to say I just bought a Bentley when you can hardly afford
mm,
afford a Corolla. So
mm,
so that kind of things, and it's really affecting the youths negatively today. So the is the content that is flying out there is actually helping people to choose who they are or who they are not.
mm. But ideally, should that be?
That should not be, actually, that should not be. I used to feel, I think that is should be an aspect probably of this government, maybe of governance that will actually help us streamline some of these contents that fly out there. I don't know if there is any aspect of governance that can help that. Like, but I think when we were young, we used to have fear of something like they censor this film, they censor that content. Beyond the movies now, maybe from other media media content out there. I think that there should be a way that should help us censor most of these things. That okay, while this is not necessarily being the pornographic scenes alone. I think
Mm,
what we really censor here in this part of the world is the pornography.
mm,
Beyond the pornography, the message itself, how much of the content is really healthy
mm,
for young minds that are out there. Somebody who was missing his way, had not gotten it right, but found a shortcut and eventually arrived at a particular result is being pushed there and celebrated. I think those are things we should actually look out to censor that. No, what was this process? How was this person able to achieve this?
yeah.
So many a times we hide the process and jump to the results.
Mm.
Those are questions that should pop up in people's mind as okay, yes, he was able to achieve these results. How did he achieve the result?
That's really nice. The process should not be ignored,
Not
or
ignored.
results can be celebrated, but people should also learn about the process. Yeah,
Process.
thank you. Thank you very much, sir. But I would like you to touch down on this. How can someone break free from these societal norms in the journey of self-discovery?
Yeah, breaking free from societal norms and this process of self-discovery. One, I would say it's not possible to break out from societal norms because you yourself live within a particular society, which actually have a very great influence on the person. But beyond what the society paints itself to be, what what are your own values? The person must also have his own, these are our own values. As a pastor now, I don't know if I should speak as a pastor now,
Go
probably
ahead.
religion is one place where that also tells us or guide us in that process. So we all build our values majorly from our religious affiliation. So, and as a Christian, what is my Christian faith telling me are the norms? What does it explain to me as the norms? So from that, you can now weigh that alongside what the society is saying. Then you now build your own identity out of it. If the society is saying this, take for instance, I think examination malpractice has been, let me say examination, academic fraud
Yes.
has been one great issue in the Nigerian context. If the society is painting academic fraud as the way out,
Mm-hmm.
what are you saying? What are you saying? Are you ready to go out there to carry a result
Mm-hmm.
that is not yours? As a teenager, I think I had the opportunity, not that I think I know, I had the opportunity. I had the opportunity of being involved in the process like that. And right there in the examination center, the very first day the exam was to start, something in me
Mm,
actually told me, no, this is wrong.
that's fine.
This is wrong. And uh, though it cost me a lot, I
Mm,
suffered for it. I had to wait years
mm,
to achieve that success at that phase of life.
mm.
But I I can boldly stand today and say, no, this result I am carrying is mine.
It's
This is
fine.
my yes, this is my handiwork. Though it cost me a number of years
Mm,
in getting it, but no, I can boldly say it is mine. So I think it's a value I have built for myself over time that helped me stand uh, with that. So I think to break out from society norm is what do you think is the right thing as yourself, which most likely might have been built from our religious affiliation.
mm. That's fine. Thank you very much. Now, a follow-up question to that would be, do you think that the self-reflection or self-awareness also contributes to discovering your self-authenticity?
Yes, I would say self-awareness contributes a lot because if you have not grown to that point of being aware of what is happening around you
Mm,
and who you truly are, then you might not want to go deep to discover yourself.
mm. All right, that's fine. So I think now you should help us, probably share with us, how can I discover my true self?
Yeah, to discover one's true self. Okay, let me go with the requirements, purpose, purpose-driven life.
That's fine.
Yeah, let me go with requirement, purpose-driven life. I think there are four indicators that can help us to discover ourselves. The first is our gift. Our gifts. What's requirements called the spiritual gifts. What are your giftedness? Where do you find things done easily?
Mm,
We are not all gifted equally. To some, you find it easy to to lay our hands on a particular kind of practice of trade. I'm trying to avoid using some words actually.
That's fine.
We find ourselves doing things easily. We find ourselves, you have passion in writing, you have passion in singing, you have passion in crafts
Mm,
and the rest like that. So where does your gift lies? And from our gift also lies our passion.
mm-hmm,
Our passion. Where do we have the heartbeat? For me, while I was discovering myself, I noticed that I had passion in teaching. I because I had passion in teaching, and in my waiting period,
mm,
I had the opportunity to teach. And so later in life, when the opportunity to finally come to the classroom popped up, I got to know that yes, I had a passion
mm,
which actually made me chase my dream. So gifting, passion, abilities. What are those things you find to do easily by your ability? Where does your ability lie? What are those? Look, for some, the truth is, I know for every young mind, they always want to drive, but it's not every young mind that likes to drive.
that's fine.
Yes, we can know how to drive, but it's not every young mind that has that strength of driving for hours. I have a cousin, for the next 12 hours, he's telling to sit on the steering. He's driving.
Ah,
Therefore,
yes.
I don't think I have that kind of strength and ability.
Mm,
I'm dreaming for 2, 3 hours. Like, I'm tired. Somebody should just come and take over
mm,
over the steering. So where does our ability lie? So for if I'm to compare myself with my cousin now, he will be a very good person in a PR
okay,
because he has the ability to get things done
that's fine.
than me who prefer to sit down and hold my pen on paper.
Mm,
I don't have that time. So when I'm still on the steering for 2, 3 hours, I'm already thinking of an idea that should have been put down somewhere.
mm,
So our abilities and experiences. Our
mm,
experience also is very important. Very important. Yeah. What are those things you faced in life? And then how do you think you can correct some wrongs? How
mm.
do you think you can bring a change to some things you've passed through in life? So I think these 4 indicators really help us to discover in ourselves.
All right, that's fine. Thank you very much. Knowing fully well that it is very important that you discover yourself, knowing fully well that one would have to uh, launch forth and still use what you have, your gift, your potential, your capacity in the society. Now, how do we showcase these giftings, this capacity in our respective society, building, using your identifying who you are to build a lasting relationship, whether with friends, with people around, with community members, among others.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Can you come again? Sorry.
All right, that's fine. I'm trying to balance the word your authentic self with living, building also
Yeah.
the relationship with people around.
Okay.
So the person I am and the kind of
Okay.
relationship that I can build. Is there a
Okay.
synergy between these two?
The person I am and the kind of relationship that we can build. One is
Okay.
through volunteering to make people know that hey, this is who I am, this is what I can do, this is what I can offer to the society at large. And so by the time we volunteer, let me share with this experience of mine. While I know I had passion or ability to teach, there have been opportunities that have popped up at different points in time, and I'd volunteered. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd volunteered. And so from there, I've raised a statement in people's mind and that has registered in people's hearts. So while the opportunity arose, it was these people that actually made the statement known to others. So to build that relationship, to me, I would say it's volunteering around and make people know that this is what I can do. You don't wait for people to ask before you do it. You just be ready to offer those services, as it were.
Mm. All right, thank you very much for that. Are there some challenges that one can face in trying to discover your authentic self?
Yes, there are so many challenges.
Okay.
One is people talking you down.
Mm.
People talking you down. It's one thing that, oh no, don't you know this, don't you know that, people trying to use their own experience to judge.
Mm.
And because a person has faced this does not mean the same process he used will work
Okay,
for the other person. So
that's fine.
it's it's a very serious challenge that people will talk you down.
Mm.
Then while in the process also, uh, there are moments of failures,
That's fine.
a moment of failures where you've tried, but it tend not to work.
Mm.
But I think one of the words that also kept me going at that point was, so a failure is actually a means to retry or redo that process. So
Mm.
there are moments of failures, there are moments of discouragement where you'll be discouraged, especially when you are the only one seeing it and others are not seeing it.
Mm.
And very frustrating.
Oh,
Very frustrating, and to be like, am I the only one in this whole wide world? So those are things actually the process. Those are things that actually make up the process in discovering oneself. But the beauty of it all is that at that end, by the time the success is achieved,
mm.
everybody, including those who have talked you down, who have looked down on the vision and the rest, you come to celebrate. Because
That's
one
fine.
thing is we tend to celebrate everywhere in the world is success.
Mm.
Is success. But the
Mm.
process is not easy.
Wow. The process is not easy, but at the end, if one can navigate through the route
Yeah.
and look at the joy that is set ahead, one is guaranteed of achieving good
Yeah.
success. Now, there is someone listening to us who has been faking life. I've been faking life. He or she knows that I've not been truthful to myself. How can you help such person?
One, the first thing is, like I said earlier, the person who is speaking life will know that yes, he or she is speaking life. You
Mm.
can't you can't be lying to people and at the same time lying to yourself. Definitely, the person will know that no, this aspect of me is is not true. I'm
Mm.
trying to fake this. I'm trying to fake that. So the very first point is the person should come to term with himself and be ready to take a new leaf, to turn a new leaf, and then
When you mentioned that, the story that came to my mind is the story of this prodigal son.
yeah,
Said he came to his senses.
came to his senses.
That's fine.
So the person truly must come to his senses and to reality that no, I am faking life. No, I am trying to make up for this and for that. So he has to come to that reality and take the bull by his own.
Mm.
Take the bull by his own. What are those things you need to correct? Because if you don't correct them now, you will still come back in future to correct it.
That's fine. Correct things I need to correct may include habits, may include
Yes,
character, may
yes.
include approach to doing things.
Approach to doing things.
Fine.
So it's no self discovery is something that cuts across every aspect of life.
That's fine.
It cuts across every
Mm.
aspect of life. So it's we have to come to reality that to say, no, this is who I am. This
Mm.
is what I think I can do.
Mm.
And these are the ways I've been lying about this process. if there are things you need to make amends with, especially when it comes to relationship, many of us have faked life to the extent that it has affected our relationship with people around us.
That's
So
fine.
it's things I need to come in terms with to mend relationship. You have to come to that and open up to people. Find trusted people that you can open up to uh, and make you see the truth out of that experience. One of the things that also helped me was while I tried faking the aspect of coming from a broken home, the day I was able to open up to a person and the person made me see life from another perspective.
Mm,
That day, I don't feel shy
about
to
it, and
hear on any platform that I'm a product of a broken home.
that's fine.
So, and truly, I would say that was one turning point for me, even in self-discovery.
Beautiful.
That was one turning, that was one turning point for me. And one of the things I thought I was lacking at that point was a father figure. And thank God I discovered early. I submitted, and even as a young as a young adult, had to learn fatherhood.
That's fine.
Had to learn fatherhood, and if I had not done that then, being a father now will not be so easy for me.
Mm,
It
mm, mm,
will not be so easy for me because I didn't really grow up with a father figure around to see how to do the the
mm.
daddy things. And thank God for my foster parents also understood and uh, accepted my excesses.
You know that as we are talking now, well, I know you are a theologian, and so I will put you on the spot. Jesus Christ was born in a manger.
Yes.
Do you think that would have had a so-called of like impression on him growing up? Say, see this boy who born in a manger. Oh. See this guy who his mother did not even have any man. They said he was born of the Holy Spirit. Do you think? I don't know. I'm just asking. In his self-image.
Yes, if to put him in to put it in context today in our society, it's really actually affects, and I think it has affected him because it also helped him to know that he was not born to a particular set of people. He was
Hmm,
actually born to everyone. So it's not about the class.
that's fine.
It's not about the class. So it had a way it's affected his personality as it's way. And I think even in his childhood, the part of the Bible where we had the record of Jesus' his childhood, we'll say that he was ready to mingle with everybody, irrespective of their class and status. So it had a way it impacted on him.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, but that should not stop one from living a life what God has called one to live.
No, it does not stop. It does not at all.
Beautiful. So there's a place of where you are coming from, and there's a place of where you are going to.
Going, yes.
And I think the place of where you are going is more important than sticking to where you are coming from.
Coming from. But that is the goal. That is the big picture.
Beautiful,
That's the
beautiful,
big-
beautiful. Thank you very much. So uh, we are trying to say now, okay, now another question that comes to my mind is irrespective of the image one has at the moment, is it possible to get the right image?
Irrespective of the image one is coming out from.
Yes, irrespective of the image. Now, probably I've been having a fake image
Yeah.
about myself. You have said it is possible to get the right image by this.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes, it's very possible to get the right image, irrespective of where we are coming from. Like Irade said, it's out of the black pots we brought out the white pap.
Mm.
So the black pot is not the identity of the pap eventually. The pap takes his own image.
Mm.
And that's why I say anytime you mention pap in our context, I say you are talking about the whites, the white ad pap. So it's not the context where you're coming from that eventually becomes the success or the goal, but it's actually who you said who you send yourself, the way you call yourself eventually is what becomes the image, the new image. So irrespective of what had happened, what had transpired in time past, probably being an harlot kind of, eventually that is not who you are, is
Mm.
who you intend to be eventually. That's what people will eventually call you, and not what you used to be. So
Mm.
being the right image is very possible.
Thank you very much. So the truth you have established today is I may not have been authentic yesterday, but I can become an authentic person today.
Yes.
And it's not difficult to do so. I know you have highlighted some of the ways through which you can go about this, becoming your true self. If you want to give a final thought on our discussion today, what do you think that would be, sir?
Yeah. So one final thought is, if you can sit down on a thing to discover, then you can you're on your way to discovering yourself. Let me come again.
All right,
If you
sir.
can sit down on a thing to discover, then you're on your way to discovering yourself. So if you are faking it, like I said, if you are faking it, definitely you will know that you are faking it. So if you are faking it all this while and you are ready to discover yourself, then definitely that is the starting point.
Mm.
That is the starting point for you discovering yourself. And know that it's not about what you are being called today. It's actually what you become later in future. A name that actually popped up in mind is when we mention Olusegun Obasanjo today in Nigeria,
Okay,
what first comes to mind is him being a Nigerian president
that's fine.
and also an head of state. But it's only those who read history, a few of us who made the history, that we knew that there was a point in time that he actually was imprisoned.
Mm.
But people don't tend to remember that part of him. It's actually the sources that people identifies with. So does not matter who you are, does not matter what you are called, does not matter what you have gone through. The goal actually is, what do you want to become?
Mm.
That should be the goal. What do you want to achieve in life? What do you want to be known for?
Mm.
So that should be the goal and not what you used to be known. And I pray that God will help us all in Jesus' name.
Man, thank you very much. The goal is what you become. What you become at the end of the day goes a long way. And you need a right image.
Yes.
You need to be truthful to yourself. We all meet at certain junctions. We don't stick together forever. At some point, people will cross paths. At some point, people will depart again. Yeah, but your image goes a long way. And it's always also good, I think, for people to have a good image about you. Do you think? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Because some people say, you know that guy? No, 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 no. This is that. This is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is also a factor that
Yes.
one should be careful about.
Be careful about, yes. Yes, as we are building our identity, let's also be mindful of the fact that we don't mingle ourselves with things that will pull us or soil our image out out there. There are actually vices that we also need to run away from. And
Fine.
it also speaks volume about our value system. What are those things you value? What are those things we value? So if you've placed value on yourself and
Mm.
things around you, then definitely you will not want to mingle with things that will silly so pull you down like that. So it's very important also that while you're building an image for yourself, you're also mindful of those things that can pull you down so easily.
Thank you very much, the Reverend Dr. Edward Nana, for finding time out of your busy schedule to share with us today
Thank
on
you.
self-discovery, not faking life. Makeup does not stay forever, it's just for a while. And it's just good as much as possible to be real with oneself, especially on the journey to greatness. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing these thoughts.
Thanks very much.
We are very grateful for having you. Thank
Same here. It's nice to be on this platform.
you very much, sir. Thank you.